I've got, oh, well actually, wait a minute. Hello! I'm Johanna. This is Johanna Loves Reading, aka Me, My Dog and Books. Don't know why I've got two names. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to if this is your first time. And today I'm going to be giving you at least 10 books, thrillers specifically, to get you out of reading slump. So in no particular order, I've got a mix of psychological, dark, YA as well in the mix here for you. So hopefully there's a little bit of something for everyone. I'm going to start with one, actually. I'm going to check because I can't remember. 2006 this one came out. So not too shy of 20 years old is We Need to Talk About Kevin by Lionel Shriver. This was actually, I probably read it when it first came out, and it was the first book I read when I joined my first ever in real life book group. We're still going strong. We've had a wee bit of a break recently due to like life stuff with friends, but we're still together as a book group, and this was the very first one I read. This is a book about nature versus nurture. It's about a main character. What's her name? Is it Eva? Eva, who is a mother. I don't think she ever wanted to become a mother. Certainly not the mother of a boy who is very challenging to love. Effectively went on a spree, which unalived a lot of people in his school, fellow students, cafeteria worker, etc. And then this is a couple of years later where she's coming to terms with her kind of falling apart marriage, motherhood, Kevin, and there's twists in here that will utterly blow your mind. I defy you to read this book and not find it unputdownable. The next one is young adult. Dark academia, gossip girl vibes, but much cooler. This is Ace of Spades by Faridah Àbíké-Íyímídé, who I am currently reading their new book, Where Sleeping Girls Lie, which is out in March. But this is why I'm reading her new book, because Ace of Spades was hands down a 5-star read for me. Honest to God. Wait till I give you a synopsis. Hello, Nivis, hi, it's me. Who am I? That's not important. All you need to know is I'm here to divide and conquer aces. Welcome to Nivis Private Academy, where money paves the hallways and the students are never less than perfect until now, because an anonymous texter, Aces, is bringing 2 students' dark secrets to light. Talented musician Devon buries himself in rehearsals, but he can't escape the spotlight when his private photos go public, and head girl Chimaka isn't afraid to get what she wants, but soon everyone will know the price she has paid for it. Someone is out to get them. Someone who holds all the aces, and they aren't planning much more than a high school. They are planning much more than a high school game. This is so good. It gave me utter like Gossip Girl vibes, even though like I've not watched the series, but I know the premise. It's like dark secrets and who's really revealing these secrets. It's got social commentary on race, privilege. It's got dark academia vibes. I like also tabbed it from when I last read it. It's got 2 points of view, which is of Devon and Chimaka. And honestly, it's just utterly oh yeah, so yeah, it's, well, there are trigger warnings, so you can check that. There's trigger warnings for bullying, homophobia, etc., as well as racism, so be mindful of that. It is, I've heard it referred to as like a mashup between Gossip Girl and Get Out by Jordan Peele. I can't find a better way to describe that than that, to be honest. So, and I would say, like, I don't know if anyone, sometimes I think young adults are just so much better at discussing societal issues and pushing boundaries than many other, well, this is a thriller genre within it. Is YA genre? I don't really know. But anyway, read it. Now, another auto-buy author for me, despite the fact that I've not read Rock, Paper, Scissors, or is it His and Hers? It's called, which are kind of two of the most popular books, but it's Alice Feeney. And I read this when it first came out. It's Daisy Darker. Also, can we please just take a moment with spreadsheets. Daisy Darker. It's got sort of locked room, isolated vibes. This is one I would maybe keep for a bit. Look at the shimmer. Maybe keep for, it's set around Halloween. So if you're a kind of seasonal mood reader, that might be a good idea for it. But it's family dark secrets. It's to do with a grandmother who has everyone coming to her house in Cornwall in this sort of tiny private island for her 80th birthday, and there's a killer among them. This is so full of twists and turns. I think I literally was like, oh, till the bitter end, and never saw it coming. Never saw the ending coming. Loved it, loved it, loved it. 5 out of 5. I've been recommending this ever since I read it, and I will continue to recommend it. Another is one that I got as a part of a book tour, for a few reasons. I love a dark thriller. It was giving me, what's his name? Idris Elba. Oh, does Idris Elba play? You know, God, come back to me, maybe it won't. Anyway, it's called Killing Jericho by William Hussey, or Hussey. When the fear comes to town, a killer's game begins. Luther, that's what it is, Luther, the TV show Luther. So the main character, who, what's his name, Detective Jericho, that is like Luther, but who's gay, from a travelling community. It's a dark, gruesome thriller about a series of murders with lots of twists. It just made it feel super original. I know very little about the traveller community, so it was really nice to find out more about this community, with the main character Jericho, that being his background. I love the LGBTQ+ rep. More thrillers need this. It seems totally cliche to say, but it's totally true. This is an absolute page turner, but also, like, how can you not love the cover? It's blurred by Janice Hallett, T.M. Logan, Sarah Pinborough, John Connolly. A detective who breaks every mould. So original, read it. The next is by the author Lucy Clarke, whose books The Castaway and One of the Girls are two thrillers I also absolutely recommend. This one is so much fun. It's set across 4 POVs. Hold on, I'm about to check. The perfect day for a hike, leaving behind their everyday lives, 4 friends, yeah, so each of the friends have their own POV in this. Hike out into the beautiful Norwegian wild, nothing between them and the mountain peak but forest, sea and sharp blue sky. But there's a darker side to the wilderness. A woman went missing here 1 year ago, scarring the mountain with suspicion and unanswered questions. Now the friends are hiking into the heart of the mystery and waiting on the trail is someone who'd do anything to keep their secrets buried. I love hiking. I love a thriller. I love the idea. Norway, I've never been. So this was one of the reasons that I absolutely wanted to read this. Plus, I've read their other books and really enjoyed them. So just having a book that has multiple POVs, it's set in an isolated setting, it's 4 friends, There is dubiety about who to believe. You're literally pulled into this from page 1. I'm not going to tell you why, but if you pick it up, you learn pretty quickly. The characters are colourful, they're flawed, which makes them kind of more relatable. It's intense, it's thrilling, and it's full of twists I never saw coming. Get this on your TBR. The next is The Echo Man by Sam Holland. OMG. I think this was Sam Holland's debut, I can't remember. I read it for a book tour. She's also a lovely person whenever she's interacted with my content before. This is a must read for fans of Chris Carter, Karen Slaughter, any sort of dark, seriously dark thriller vibes here. Detective Cara Elliott and Noah Deacon are on a case of a series of seemingly unconnected murders, each different in method, but each shocking and brutal. That's the word, it's brutal. And as the body count increases, they can't ignore details that echo famous cases of the past. Manson, Kemper, Dahmer and more. So obviously, straight away, you've got a nod to true crime. I love the complex characters and relationships. So you've got Cara and Noah and Jess and Griffin. And a lot of their how their backstories are told is kind of like main characters. Remind me of the British TV show Unforgotten. If you've ever watched it, you'll know what I'm saying. If not, it's okay. It's okay. It's gruesome. It's dark. The pacing is edgy and twisty. It's about a copycat killer emulating famous serial killers of back in the day, and it's just relentlessly disturbing. Read it. She also has a newer book called The 20, which has the same detective, which is the Major Crimes Unit. So I think it's Cara. I can't remember off the top of my head. So if you enjoy this, check out The 20. And next is one I got as an ARC because I love Claire Douglas, the author. It's already out, but I got this ages ago because it was coming out in September 2020. The Girls Who Disappeared, an intriguing, spine-chilling and twisty psychological thriller about a group of teenage friends who disappeared one night without a trace. So that was the kind of proof cover, which is delightful. 3 missing girls, a 20-year mystery, a woman on the verge of discovering the truth. Come on, now, if that premise doesn't make you think this is going to get me out of a slump, I don't know what will. Honestly, this is one of my favourite Claire Douglases. I do like her thrillers, but here's why I love this one. The first 5 pages just set me on a page-turning wild ride. This sucks you right in super fast. Multiple POVs, multiple timelines, short chapters. Hands up if you love a short chapter. Creepy forest, isolated cottage, autumnal vibes, totally unreliable narrators. I never knew who to believe from one page to the next. So many secrets and a podcaster trying to unravel a cold case. This had me guessing the whole way through, and I never once guessed the end. Not once. It took me by utter surprise. And not last but not least, actually before I pick up this one, the other ones, because I've got them in ebook, are pretty much any of the Lucinda Berry books I've read. So Saving Noah is a must. Just go in. It covers very uncomfortable topics. Actually, it's often referred to as, not since Lionel Shriver brought us We Need to Talk About Kevin, was there quite a book that had that level of controversy, because we tend to forgive murders but not people that do inappropriate things with very young people. So it's a really disturbing mother and son relationship around that, when her son, he confesses to essay of young girls within his swimming team. He's sentenced to 18 months in juvenile prison, and most of the story is about him then coming out and his mother, who is the main character, what's her name, Adrian, yeah, refuses to turn her back on her son. And so you can just imagine the controversy around that. It was so well written, and literally my jaw dropped at the end. Other ones, The Secrets of Us, or try to read through the ones that I've read. The other one I really liked was The Perfect Child, but I would say Saving Noah so far out of those three is my favourite. But like any one of these three are just like, I'm doing this because it's like me flipping the pages of a book. Absolute page turner. And now, last but not least, this is a book by an auto-buy author. I will literally like pre-order every book he releases. I've maybe only got 2 in his back catalogue still to read, and his books are often hit and miss for some thriller readers. For me, so far, always a hit, and it's Riley Sager, and this one is Survive the Night. It this one plus The House Across the Lake are like Marmite for people, but I utterly loved this. I thought it was so gripping. Yeah, it's full of the thriller tropes, but that absolutely kept me turning the pages. I gave this 5 stars, and I don't give out 5 stars lightly. If I really enjoy a book, I will give it 5 stars. I will give it 5 stars. Another one that grabbed me from page 1. This is filled with tropes, thriller tropes, and I don't care. I loved it. Isolated setting, unreliable characters, constant dubiety. I felt tense the entire time reading it, and to me that is a testament to storytelling. Yeah, this could feel far-fetched at times, but I went with it, and I think the author justifies it to an extent with the constant dubiety over the main characters, or questions over the main character's sense of reality. So that's what I took from this, as opposed to it being, oh my god, that is so ridiculous, it would never happen. It's set in the early 90s, so there's lots of cultural references I was absolutely digging. There's lots of movie and general pop culture references, which were just totally the icing on the cake for me. I loved this. I thought it was an absolutely wild ride, pun intended, because it's all set kind of like in a car. Read it. Honestly, if these books don't get you out of a slump, I don't know what will. Obviously, there's so many more I could probably tell you about, so if you happen to have read all of these, let me know in the comments and I'll try and recommend some others. If there's other types of book recommendation videos that you want me to do, please do tell me in the comments, like horror for beginners, or thrillers that I'm looking forward to releasing in 2024, short books that you could read in one sitting. I don't know, you let me know. You tell me what you want me to do, and I will do. But hopefully, out of some of these books, you've got books that you could watch that would get you out of any sort of reading slump. You could watch, you could read, would get you out of any reading slump. So yeah, enjoy the thrills, friends. Thanks again for watching, for liking, subscribing, for giving me any sort of your time. It is much appreciated. If you like this video or any of these recommendations, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more chatty chat and some doggos who were very sparing in this video. I'll bring you more next time.